Hi, good morning, guys, and welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shambha. And the beginning of this pandemic, when we had our first restriction, I had Mr. Kinney Gill on with regards to his book launch, From Behind, From Behind the Bridges, The Impossible Dream. Now, Akini recently launched his book. After launching hard copy, he had a digital launch via Amazon and Kindle. But before we go into that, I would like to talk to Akini with respect to his experience in the education system, because after reading his bio, I think some of these actually have to be highlighted so to bring awareness. So good morning, Akini.
Good morning. Good morning to your viewers all over the world and in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Okay, so let's come fast track for a moment. You got a scholarship and you went to New York University and you studied music, right? How was that experience going to, I guess, a first world university in a first world country, sorry, as opposed to Trinidad and
That
Tobago?
experience, yes, I pursued a Master of Arts in Music Education at New York University in 2012. That experience was very enlightening, very fruitful. In the United States, they had a lot of accommodations to suit my challenges, and they had an understanding and appreciation compared to the culture in Trinidad and Tobago, which have improved, but still have a lot of improvement to make in terms of providing the resources and services for students with learning disabilities to reach their fullest academic potential.
So you have two types of disability. Dyslexia.
Yes, I have two learning disabilities, dyslexia, which is a reading disorder, and
Right.
dyspraxia, which has to do with motor coordination.
Okay. Um. So prior to going to New York, right? I read in your bio. I think I would categorize as being severely bullied, and not you, but your mom by teachers. What in terms of your your mother's persistence on having you get an education and then being, I guess, jabbed with insensitive comments, what has kept encouraging her to know, you know what, move forward. Akini has the ability, but I'm not getting it, so keep going.
Well, it had to be faith. My mother, Elizabeth Ann Sinclair, who have been instrumental in my journey, had to have that faith and that belief that I would have been successful one day. And I guess that faith and that determination was transferred to me from her to just keep on trying, even though professionals were saying, some of them were saying that I would not have been able to learn.
Right. And in terms of you did not go through the traditional stages where you went primary, secondary, tertiary. You actually went from, I guess, primary. You were bullied. Your mom was bullied. You dropped out. You went to a special ed school. Then you went on and went on a pan site, found your passion for music, etc. What was the turning point in terms of somebody accepting you in for your disability and elevating you as a person and your education in Trinidad?
The turning point in Trinidad and Tobago was when my mom got on to Mrs. Catherine Castro, who is presently the chairman of the Dyslexic Association of Trinidad and Tobago. She was very instrumental in that turning point where she began to give me individual remedial lessons, and she was instrumental in getting me into Issues Learning Center So at that point was a turning point in my career during my school years.
Before I get into the book, the logistics of the book, I just want to make mention that you are currently teaching at UTT, not so?
Yes, I am an instructor too, music education at the Center for Education Programs at the University of Trinidad and Tobago.
Nothing is impossible. Can you tell me, in terms of your book, what prompted you to write this book, then launch, and then have a further launch in terms of digital? And because you did not only launch it locally but globally. So can you just?
Yes, so the main reason I wrote the book because I wanted people to understand my journey from the beginning to end, and I wanted to inspire and give hope to all stakeholders involved with educating special students who have learning disabilities. So I had a launch here in Trinidad and Tobago at NALIS in 2019. New York University had a launch for me last year, February, at New York University. And I thought that I wanted the book to reach every part of the world. So I got the book and I launched it on Amazon last December. So the book, From Behind the Bridge to the Impossible Dream, written by myself, is now on Amazon Kindle and available for anybody to purchase any part of the world.
Nice. And in closing, can you tell me what you're most proud of in terms of your, elevation so far at this point?
There are so many things, but if I have one, I'll have to pick the book. I am very proud that I was able to write that book. It took about 4 years. It was a lot of work. So that book, I'm very proud of that book.
Akini, I want to say thank you so much for coming, sharing your story, your incredible story. And guys, Akini's book, From Behind the Bridges, The Impossible Dream, is now available on Amazon and Kindle. I think you should check it out after reading the background of it. Seriously, it will actually I think stakeholders in general will learn a lot in terms of acceptance and what persons could accomplish. Akini, thank you so much. And guys, thank you for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique and Different. Until next week, I want to say be good. Be good. Bye, guys. Bye, Akini.
Thank you.